Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Corey, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. Today, we're going to be talking about falling in love and then also being in love. And this is inspired by a coaching call that I had a few days ago. And I was speaking to a guy, and he kept talking about that it's been a while since I've been in love with my wife. I still love her and everything has been good on other areas of our lives. But when it comes to sex, it's not quite there. And I feel mostly in love when we have sex. So I kind of get where he was getting to, but I really wanted to ask him what he actually means. Because what does that actually mean to be in love? So, and he started going on. So I said, what does that mean? Explain to me. Because it tells me it's that feeling of being close and so on. I said, I kind of get that. But what does it mean to you to actually feel that? And what does it mean in terms of your relationship? What significance does it play into your relationship? Because we talk about these words. We use these words because we've watched them and we use them to label our relationships, and we've used them to shape how we look, or at least frame how we look at our relationships. And I know it's semantics. I know it, but you have to look at it and think about what you're saying. Because he kept saying it, and I was like, what does that fucking mean? Like, what are you talking about? So we boiled it down to these feelings. So there's a feeling, now I'm calling it some fluffy feeling that you feel when you are feeling close. So you got these fuzzy, fluffy feelings. And I was like, I get what you're saying. And these are feelings that most people may, in fact, when you watch films, those are the feelings that they try and generate out of you as you're watching these. So you're emotionally invested in the film. So you think that the film is really good. So they create those and they make you associate love and being in love and with those sort of feelings. So those feelings are not the greatest of metric to have in terms of where your relationship is, especially as a man. Now, women are more likely to want to feel that because they have to feel a sense of fuzziness and fluffiness in order for them to build a lot of comfort, to be open sexually, but also to be committed towards you. So they have to have this overwhelming feeling of love in order for them to, again, it's confirmation that this is the right person, this is the right suitor. And again, let's put it to a biological standpoint, that because the fuzzy feelings are not natural for us, because I can easily impregnate 100 women. So that's why I'm not governed by how I feel when it comes to sex. But she, the woman, cannot be impregnated by 100 men. She can have sex with 100 men, but only one can fertilize her. So therefore, the feelings of fuzzy will be mostly on her. And I know that a lot of you guys have been conditioned to feel love like women feel love, and therefore it's fucking up your relationships because you want to feel love like women feel love. So the thing that governs you being in love isn't the fuzzy feelings. What I consider being in love is, am I dominant? Am I leading my troops? Are they thriving? So are they really responding to my leadership? And then are they thriving underneath it? When that's happening, I'm freaking in love with my wife, because it means I'm getting respect, they're being obedient, and again, I'm really moving this family the direction that keeps them happy. And I know that when I say leadership and dominance and all of that, that's in collaboration with her. So she's not like I'm giving commands and then she has to follow exactly what I have to say. In fact, in some places, being a leader is me being humble to actually listen to what she has to say and then follow her direction. So, and again, this is the bit of what I'm saying, that I then see the thriving part. Are we thriving as a unit? Is my tribe thriving? Is it thriving? Is it thriving? Is my children, are my children thriving? Is my wife thriving? Then I feel the most in love with my wife. And that's how I measure being in love. If you measure being in love based off how the fuzzy feelings, when those fuzzy feelings are not there, they're replaced with depression, they're replaced with feeling unwanted, they're replaced with something that is negative, and therefore that's why you have a negative view towards your relationship, because you're governed by something that is not meant to be for you. Now, I'm not saying I don't feel those fuzzy feelings. I feel them, but they do not dictate how I lead my relationship or how I lead my family. So whether I'm feeling them or not feeling them, I'm still neutral to the way I lead. I still stay the course. And I do not falter, or in fact, I do not get disappointed, and neither do I get excited. So me feeling those feelings has got no bearing on how I change in terms of my state. My state stays neutral. I still stay of sound mind, and I make accurate decisions. And that's why I make accurate decisions, because even if I was, in inverted commas, feeling rejected and unwanted, I can still make good decisions based off of the fact that I'm not governed by the fact that I need fuzzy feelings. So we did talk about this with the client, and I think for the first time he had a liberation, because the one thing I was saying to him is that a large problem that most of you guys are facing right now is the fact that the women do not know how to love themselves, but yet they want you to know how to love them. And therefore, they tell you all these things about these fuzzy feelings, because they don't know how to create that, and they don't know how to receive it as well. So again, they've now imposed this thing on you where there's this real line where you either in love or not in love, and it's only determined by the feelings that you feel on the inside. Personally, I think I've never lived life as a woman. I'm putting it on women that that's a woman thing, and no man should be indulging in all of that shit in terms of running your family and dictating where you're going to go as a couple. So it's, in terms of you experience sexual success, this is an important piece for you to understand, that those warm fuzzy feelings that you feel shouldn't be an indicator of where, or at least it shouldn't be an indicator of that things are good, or shouldn't be an indicator of controlling your state, whether you're going to be up or down. You should always remain neutral state. And what I mean by neutral state is that you being rejected shouldn't make you depressed, or you getting sex shouldn't get you overly excited. That should remain neutral. And it remains neutral because you're not governed by those fluffy feelings. Now, do I get excited about getting sex? Yes, I do. But it's not the excitement of that I've got some internal feelings that I'm feeling about it. You know, that's not what the thing that excites me the most is when I see my kids doing well. I see my wife thriving. And when I say thriving, let me just explain that for a little bit. Is that when we face challenges, she's not dependent on me to deal with those challenges, especially when it's personal challenges. She's building her own resilience. She's building her own confidence. She's investing into the relationship, and she's looking for validation from me based off of how much she's investing in the relationship. When I mean investment, that she is chasing after me sexually, she's chasing after me for, to show that she's part of this and she's contributing to the relationship. That for me is more exciting, and for me is the equivalent of fuzzy feelings when I can be a leader and cause that to happen. So hopefully that's something that gives you something to think about as we go into Christmas. I want you to be thinking about that don't let the fuzzy feelings be the thing that dictates where your relationship goes or whether your relationship is doing well. That's not what you should be doing. You shouldn't be even indulging in that. That's not that's not your domain of dealing with this sexless relationship. Your thing should be dealing with the dominance, being a leader, and others people thriving. Like if you start using those metrics to measure and using them to be the thing that excites you, for me, that's what excites me. Then, because if they're thriving, then I'm doing well as a leader. That's what makes me excited. So thank you very much, guys. This is my last episode. Next time you're going to hear an episode is on Christmas, so look out for that. Enjoy time with the family. If you've got any questions, go to thriving_tribesmen on our Instagram, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Take care.